July 1, 1916. 7:42 hours. North of the village of Serra, Picardy, France. Lieutenant Edward Thomas Hale lay in a shell scrape no more than 40 yards from the German front line. The morning fog had lifted unevenly. Visibility came and went in bands. The artillery barrage scheduled to cut the wire had ended 12 minutes earlier. It had not worked. In front of him, the wire was largely intact. 3 belts. Some gaps, none wide enough. Beyond it, the German parapet stood undamaged. Rifle loopholes were open. Machine gun positions were active. Hale could hear the guns being fed. The sound was mechanical and steady. Behind him, the ground was empty. The first wave of the 1st Battalion, East Lancashire Regiment had gone forward at 7:30. By 7:35 it had ceased to exist as a formed body. Men were down across 200 yards of open chalk. Some were still moving. Most were not. Hale had crossed with 12 men. 8 were dead or dying. 2 were missing. 1 lay pressed into the mud beside him, Private Samuel Kerr, wounded in the thigh and shaking. Hale was alone in command. German fire had shifted rearward. The machine guns now swept the British support lines. Anyone advancing was cut down within seconds. Anyone withdrawing would have to stand and run across open ground under direct observation. There was no cover. No communication. No reserve close enough to matter. Surrender was possible. The German trench was close. A raised hand might be seen. Or it might not. If Hale stayed where he would be found when the German infantry advanced to clear the field. That usually took an hour. Sometimes less. The tactical outcome was already decided. Under standard calculation, Lieutenant Hale and the remaining men of his section were expected to be killed or captured before 9 o'clock. Edward Thomas Hale was born in March 1893 in Burnley, Lancashire. His father worked as a loom overlooker. His mother kept the house and took in sewing. The family lived in 2 rooms behind the mill yard. There were no military traditions. He left school at 14. He could read well enough. He could add columns of figures. He worked first as a clerk, then as a junior supervisor in the weaving shed. He was known as quiet. Reliable. Not quick to speak. He enlisted in September 1914. The war had been underway for 6 weeks. Burnley sent 300 men that month. Hale joined without ceremony. He told no one he expected the war to be short. He told no one he expected it to be long. Training took place at Salisbury Plain. Rifle practice. Drill. Route marches. By February 1915 he was promoted Lance Corporal for competence rather than enthusiasm. He accepted the promotion without comment. A temporary commission followed in June. The battalion needed officers. Hale attended a 6-week course. Map reading. Field orders. No instruction addressed what to do when an attack failed completely. He arrived in France in November 1915. The trenches near Hebuterne were quiet that winter. Frost. Rations. Occasional shelling. Hale learned the sound of outgoing artillery and the different sound of shells arriving. He wrote home twice a month. The letters were factual. He never mentioned fear.